Okay, and we're back again, guys. This video will be for all the old built-ups that I've received. I managed to pick these up for a very good price. This is the worst of the bunch. I thought I'd start with these first and then go on to the rest of them. But these were all these kits that I'm going to show were built in the mid-60s, probably between 1965 to 67ish. They're all hand painted. They've got every single accessory you can imagine. They're glued to them. They're brush painted as well, so like I say, it's a bit of a mess. He liked his bright colours, whoever built this back in the day, because they have got like every colour of rainbow in all the interiors. But I thought I'd show you because they are quite interesting, and there's a lot of restoration projects for me coming up. So first of all, we got I think this is an AMT 40 Willys, the drag Willys. Again, it's they're quite nicely put together. The flip front works quite nicely. The only thing that I can see that's wrong with this is he's put the drag tyres on the front as well as the rear. But to be fair, if I strip the paint off this one, I think this one could be quite easily restored. It's all there. Like I said, just got to get rid of those hideous massive front tyres, and the paint job doesn't do it any favours. It looks a bit like a cartoon character, but that's that one. This is a monogram orange hauler. Is it orange hauler? Yeah, I think it's an orange hauler, which is a Darrell Starbird, I believe, custom from the early 60s. Again, quite nicely put together. Don't forget these kits are 50 years old, you know. I mean, the cool thing of this is the steering. The steering is a proper steering mechanism on it, and the steering wheel actually turns, which I think is pretty cool for an old kit like that. It's not the sort of thing I'd normally build, but I actually do quite like it. So again, this one could be quite easily restored. The interior has been painted in his stock colours of green, yellow, red, pink, orange and blue. And then we've got this one here. This is a AMT 57, I believe it was a 57 Ford Thunderbird. This kit, I believe, was one of the earliest kits to have all the add-on parts onto it, you know, all the stylised parts, and a sort of tube of putty and some sandpaper and all that crap that came in the box. Unfortunately, this car has been subjected to that, and it's hideous. I'm sorry, it's just absolutely disgusting. It's a nice piece of time period sort of history, if you like. Again, the interior, yellow, red, green, very tasty. The engine is quite well put together. There we go. There's a stock Thunderbird motor in there. The front, again, it's just, there we go. I mean, it looks like a, I can't get it to focus. The camera doesn't even want to focus on it because it's that ugly. I mean, it looks like a fish. But there we go. That's that one. So I don't really know what to do with this one. I think I'll probably, I don't know, split it down for parts. I can't even bear to look at it. It's pretty hideous. So that's that. Right, just going to pause the video and I'll put the next three up. Okay, the next three. As you can see, he certainly liked to use all the decals on the sheet. We've got 232 Fords. We've got the hardtop, if you like, or the 5-window coupe, and the Roadster. Again, these have been built. Really bad taste, but you know, this is what people did back in the 60s. And they used every single thing that you could get on the kit. This one's missing the windscreen frame, which is a bit of a shame. But I know you can still buy this kit second hand pretty easily, so I should be able to get the spares for it quite easy. This one has got the intake missing, but again, that shouldn't be an issue. I have got two of these kits upstairs which are built as well from the early 60s, so I might be able to combine the two excuse me, and make a decent one. This is a AMT, I think it's a 49 Ford. I think we got the we got the Cadillac, blown Cadillac motor in there. You can just about see it. Sorry, my camera doesn't show up very well, the light. So yeah, we've got all sorts going on here. I mean, they're a nice sort of record of what people tastes were back in the 60s. You know, I can imagine some kid building this and hand painting it and then putting every decal on the sheet on it. I mean, it does look pretty cool, to be fair. I quite like this one. But so that's those three. On to the next three. Okay, next three up, we've got I think this is a Revell Mickey Thompson's Challenger 1. This one's lost a wheel, unfortunately, but that can be glued back on. This kit is relatively complete. Not really, I think it's obviously a world record car or something. You guys probably know a lot more about this car than I do. I actually know nothing about it whatsoever. But it does, one cool thing is it does come with 4 engines. Look at that. 4 massive engines with blowers. I mean, that's pretty cool in itself. And that canopy, I think, comes off as well to show you the interior. So again, you know, whoever built these did a pretty good job of building them, considering. They're quite well done. So that's the Challenger. And then we've got an AMT a la carte, the original a la carte. I'm really pleased to get this one, actually, because I've always liked the a la carte. It's one of my favourite show rods from the 60s. And this is the original kit. I've got the reissue kit that AMT did in the 90s, but apparently it's got a few inaccuracies. But this one is, I'm going to say it's all there, but it's not, unfortunately. It's got a few little bits and pieces missing. As you can see, that comes off. It's got a few bits and pieces missing. There's a tail light missing, 2 tail lights missing there. But it's got a nice bit of period charm, and it's got Dodge Red Ram engine in there, which is quite nicely done. This one I probably will restore if I can get another sheet of decals from somewhere. I've always liked that car. If I can get the bits for it, then I should try and restore that one. And this monstrosity in the background is a 1965 AMT Chrysler, or Imperial. And he's gone the full custom route with this one. This kit, you could build it either as a stock cabriolet or you could build it as a pickup, custom pickup, and that's exactly what he's done. Again, apart from the hideous pink colour, he's done a very good job on it. I'm not too sure what engine we got in this one. Let's have a look, see if I can. There we go. Oh, we got some sort of Hemi going on in there. With sort of nicotine stained Hemi. But we've got a nice standard front grille there. I mean, it's a shame really that it's not built as a cabriolet, because I would love to restore this back to original condition, but as it is, I think I'll have to restore it back as a pickup, as a custom pickup. Just get rid of this horrendous pink paint job. Could do with one of these bed rails. Unfortunately, one of those is missing from that side, but it's pretty cool. It's got full custom interior, some translucent steering wheel in there, if you can see that. So that's those 3 guys. We got another 6 to go. Okay, next 3. We got an original 1964 AMT Ford Mustang convertible. This is really nice. It's got the optional custom wheels that was available in the kit just for that year only. It's got the 289, I believe, in it. No, it hasn't, because it's come out, but I have got it somewhere. It's got a few bits and pieces glued on. As you can see, the spot lamps are glued onto the bumper there, but they will come off quite easily. It's painted some sort of like browny gold colour. The only thing that sort of ruins it for this one, for me to build it back to stock, is the fact that it's got a custom sort of rear trim instead of the rear bumper and rear panel, and it's got some pretty interesting dashboard arrangement. I don't know if you can see that in there. It's very strange indeed. It looks very much like a Citroen DS sort of steering wheel, and some very thin, funky front seats. But I'm pretty sure if I got myself a 66 AMT Mustang hardtop kit, I could use all the bits from that to restore this one. So yeah, that's. I don't think the glue's going to come out of there. Sorry, the glue. I don't think the screen is going to come out of there very easily at all. That could be an issue. So that's that one. This one is either a very nicotine stained, or it's varnished in some sort of hideous sort of yellow goldy colour. This is an AMT 67 Mercury Comet Cyclone, built as a drag car. He's gone with a full drag interior. The roll cage is actually in the box, so I've got a load of box with loads of parts and pieces in it. Full drag interior. We've got Hillborn injectors there, with a couple missing unfortunately, but very interesting. I do like the wheels on this one. I don't know if they're like Astro wheels or something they were called. They're really nice. But yeah, again, it's got a pretty good job. Again, I mean, if I wanted to put this one back to stock, I'd need a glazing unit because the glass is absolutely welded into this one. I've tried taking it out. I need a complete rear bumper and rear tail lights, and I need a front bumper, and I need to fix the bonnet, and I need to find myself a intake for the engine and some interior parts. So probably best to leave that one as drag. This is a MPC 67 Dodge Charger. Again, he's got some sort of custom engine arrangement going on this one. Hand painted. He's done a pretty good job of hand painting it. It's quite nice. This has got a nice stock rear bumper on it. Chrome is actually very nice. Stock wheels. Interior has been painted green. Lovely. Yeah, green, yellow carpets, yellow door panels, green seats. Very nice. The engine does come out. This was missing the. Oh, sorry. It has got a custom front grille. As you can see, it's not got the stock front grille, so I'd need to get a stock front grille for it. The engine, as you've just seen, it's come out. It didn't have a bonnet on it. I was looking around upstairs in my stash of old parts and spares, which I've had for a while, and I did come across a Dodge bonnet, and I'm thinking, I wonder if that is the correct bonnet for it. And lo and behold, would you believe, it absolutely is. So I'm chuffed to bits with that. So let's get on to the last three, guys, and then before you all fall to sleep. Alright guys, last of the bunch. This is a Johan 64 Dodge Polara. Again, he's gone for the full custom treatment on this one. It's loose. These are, a lot of them are loose now because I've actually sort of started to dismantle them. He's got the full Hemi in this one, which is quite a nice looking motor actually. And we've got some sort of green and red interior going on there again, which is nice, and he's painted it with this like Marlboro cigarette stained sort of effect. I can't get a hood on there. Again, upstairs I had a stock hood for one of these. This comes with the extra scoop on it, but if I wanted to, I could put it back to stock, because I have got a stock hood for it, which is quite nice. So that's that one, guys. This one is a 1965 Johan Chrysler 300. This is quite a rare kit, I believe. The only problem I'm going to have with this one is the front seats. It's got some really, really random custom front seat arrangement going on in there. This would have been one of the original annual kits from Johan, which are, I mean, I think these are quite rare now. The only issues I can see with this kit, apart from those front seats, are the fact that the body is split, as you can see from the sort of roof all the way down into the pillar. It's got a crack. I'm pretty sure that can be fixed, so I'm not too worried about it. It looks eminently restorable, apart from those seats. That needs cleaning up. The hood, what's under the bonnet on this one? Oh yeah, it's got some sort of weird sort of cross ram inlet manifold arrangement going on there. So it's like I think the earlier 60s Chrysler 300s had those sort of ram setups, but yeah, it's quite a nice little kit. I quite like this one. And probably my favourite of the bunch is this one, which is a AMT 1964 Pontiac Tempest, or Le Mans. This is before the GTO, so this is probably a Le Mans. It's a 64 Cabriolet. We've got sort of quad Weber arrangement going on there. This kit's pretty much all there again though. Oops, that's the hood that's the convertible hood just gone. There we go. You know, this can be restored. It's all there, apart from, again, he's used some completely random front seats, like custom front seats that come in the kit. But I reckon I might be able to use some seats out of a 65 GTO perhaps. But there we go, guys. Well, I hope you're still awake, and you know, it's like I said, these are all restoration projects for me, which I shall do. Not immediately. They'll have their time as and when I can get round to them. But I thought it would be nice to show you, what I've had, what I've received, and it's always nice looking at the old stuff and seeing what kids used to build back in the day. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. My next video will probably be some progress on the 294, but that won't be for another week yet. So you'd love to. Yeah, we'll just hang on for that video, and thanks for watching, if you are still watching, and have a great weekend, guys, and I'll speak to you all soon.